อ Sushada Thongmalai. It's my great honor to be here as the MC for the special event today. On behalf of the World Alliance of Buddhists, or WAB and Network, we would like to welcome everyone with the great pleasures to the Global Buddhist Forums in the theme of Mahakaruna and Futures of Buddhist Propagations on the auspicious occasions of the 53rd anniversary of the Dhammakaya temple as well. The program starts from 1 to 4 p.m. We divided the event to 3 parts. First is the seminars. Second is the Mahakaruna Awards ceremonies. And the third is international Sankayana ceremonies. At the first part is the seminar in the theme of Mahakaruna and Future of Buddhist Propagations, which we have many honorable guest speakers. Therefore, I would like to introduce our schedule and guest speakers to everyone. 1 p.m. we will start with the Global Buddhist Forums with opening ceremonies by พระวิเทศปัญญาภรณ์ บัณฑิต วรปัญโย the Directors Generals of the International Affairs. 5 p.m. we will start with congratulatory speech by the Most Venerable Anuruddha, Secretary General of the World Buddhist Sangha Youth, or WBSY, from Sri Lanka. And 1:10 p.m. continue with the welcome speech by Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawatthammo, the President of the Alliance of Buddhists, WAB. 1:15 p.m. The first keynote speakers he will say about the Mahakaruna Days by the Most Venerable Sanghasena, the President of Mahabodhi International Meditation Centers, or MIMC, from Ladakh, India. And 1:30 p.m. the second keynote speakers, Mr. Fakhridin Sultanov, Consul General, Permanent Representative of the Republic of Uzbekistan to UNESCAPs, will speak about the revive to restore Buddhism in Central Asia. And 1:45 p.m. the Most Venerable พระครูสนิทวงศ์วุฒิวังโส the Directors of Mass Communication, will share the interesting topics which is Buddhist propagation in AI period. At 2 p.m. International Program Scholarship IPS for Youth Buddhist Leaders by Most Venerable Muttishayo, Pali 9th Level, Chairman of IPS Projects. And at 2:10 p.m. Buddhist Education for Buddhist Propagations by the Most Venerable Doctors Thammasila Piwamsa, Rectors of International Buddhist Pali Universities, Naypyidaw, Myanmar. And at 2:20 p.m. next topic is Outstanding Women in Buddhism's Past, Present and Futures by Venerable Ming Yu, President of Outstanding Women in Buddhism Award from Taiwan. And 2:30 p.m. Food of Peace by Professor Dr. Wanchai Ekatak, Medical PhD Director, Lymphology Institute of Thailand. And 2:45 p.m. Conclusions of Global Buddhist Forums by Dr. Lai Ket Yong, Secretary General of World Alliance of Buddhists, WAB. And now is the auspicious events about to begin. I respectfully invite the Most Venerable Vithet Panyaporn Bandit Warapanyo, the Directors General of International Affairs, to give an opening speech at this time. นิมนต์ค่ะ
สัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวาพุทธังภะคะวันตังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตภะคะวตาธัมโมธัมมังนัมสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามิอันธมิยังพุทธัสสะภะคะวะโตปุปภาคณมการังกโรมาเสนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะกราบกราบกราบขอนอบน้อมแด่องค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าผู้ทรงพระคุณอันประเสริฐผู้ถึงพร้อมด้วยพระปัญญาธิคุณพระบริสุทธิคุณและพระมหากรุณาธิคุณกราบคารวะราชกุรูพระอัพพยานันทะมหาเถโรพระสังฆเสนาประธานสมาคมมหาโพธินานาชาติพระอนุรุทธะเลขาธิการองค์กรยุวสงฆ์โลกขอเจริญพรคุณเฟดริคินซูตานอฟกงสุลใหญ่สาธารณรัฐอุซเบกิสถานประจำประเทศไทยผู้แทนถาวร UN ESCAPEประธานองค์การพุทธโลกและคณะกรรมการท่านผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านมหากรุณาธิคุณนั้นเป็นหนึ่งในคุณสมบัติสำคัญของพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าพระองค์เป็นผู้ที่ถึงพร้อมทั้งพระปัญญาธิคุณพระบริสุทธิคุณและพระมหากรุณาธิคุณจึงทำให้เกิดสันติสุขเกิดหนทางแห่งความพ้นทุกข์ที่สรรพสัตว์ทั้งหลายชาวโลกทั้งหลายจะได้เจริญรอยตามคำสอนขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าวัดพระธรรมกายเองก็ได้เจริญรอยตามแบบแผนคำสอนขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าโดยเฉพาะเรื่องของมหากรุณาคุณที่เราได้สร้างวัดให้เป็นวัดสร้างพระให้เป็นพระแล้วก็มุ่งมั่นที่จะเผยแผ่พระธรรมคำสอนขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าเพื่อสร้างคนให้เป็นคนดีสร้างพระให้เป็นพระสร้างวัดให้เป็นพระและเพื่อสร้างสันติสุขให้เกิดขึ้นแก่ชาวโลกจนกระทั่งถึงปัจจุบันนี้เนี่ยได้ครบ53ปีแล้วในวันมาฆบูชาปีพุทธศักราช2566นี้ต้องขอกราบขอบพระคุณพระเถรานุเถระขอบคุณและอนุโมทนาสมาคมมหาโพธินานาชาติองค์การพุทธโลกเครือข่ายองค์การพุทธท่านวิทยากรและผู้สนับสนุนการจัดงานรวมทั้งผู้ร่วมงานและสาธุชนทุกท่านขอให้การจัดงานในครั้งนี้ประสบความสำเร็จแล้วก็บรรลุวัตถุประสงค์ตามที่ตั้งใจไว้แล้วจงทุกประการขออนุโมทนาแล้วก็ขอเจริญพรทุกท่าน
กราบขอบพระคุณค่ะ Thank you very much for the beautiful opening speech. And at this time, I would like to invite Mr. Wannarat Buranasiddhipon, the advisor of World Alliance of Buddhists, give us the opening message.
May I respect to Rachaku Upayanana Mahathero, พระสังฆเสนา President of Mahapothi International Meditation Center, พระอนุรุทธะภิกขุ Secretary General of the World Buddhist Sangha Youth. May I bless Mr. Ferdinand Sultanov, the Council of General of the Republic of Uzbekistan, and the permanent representative of United Nations (SCAP), President of the World Alliance of Buddhists, all the committee members, and all the distinguished guests. The Mahakaruna of the Great Compassion is one of the three virtues of the Lord Buddha, comprising of wisdom, compassion, purity. Due to the great compassion of the Lord Buddha, these virtues have made all human beings to know the truth of life, attend to the inner peace. What Dhammakaya has been following of the footsteps of the Lord Buddha, starting from creating the temple to be the temple, which determined to the propagate Dhamma of the Lord Buddha, creating Buddhist monks to be true monks, up to creating people to be a good people. In order to create the peace of the world people, until now, arriving at the 53rd anniversary of the Mahakaruna Day, 2566 this year. May I pay respect with appreciation to all senior monks, rejoice the merit of Mahapothi International Meditation Center, World Alliance of Buddhists, network of Buddhist organizations, speakers, supporters in organizing in this program, and all participants. May the program be successful. May I rejoice in the merit and blessing to everyone.
กราบนมัสการค่ะ And I would like to thank you very much for the translations of opening message from the Most Venerable Vitet Panyaporn Pandit Warapanyo, Director General of International Affairs. And this time, I would like to invite Most Venerable Anuruddha, Secretary General of World Buddhist Sangha Youth (WBSY) from Sri Lanka, to give us the congratulatory speech. May I respectfully invite at this time.
Sukho buddhanang upado, sukha saddhamma desana, sukha sanghassa samaggi samaggahanang tapos. Most Venerable P. Pandit, Director General of International Affairs Dhammakaya Foundation, Most Venerable Dr. Panchai Paramadammo, President of World Buddhist Alliance, and Most Venerable Sangha Sena, President of Mahabodhi International Buddhist Organization in Ladakh, India, venerable from different parts of the world. His Excellency, Consul General of Uzbekistan Republic, and Brother Secretary General Dr. Chat Laichet, Buddhist Alliance, brothers and sisters in Dham. We are very happy to be here today. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to all venerable, all excellency, all brothers and sisters warmly welcome to this occasion. This is a great service for the propagation Buddha Dhamma. You're doing a lot of dynamic and historical service for the Buddhist world. This occasion is simple, but this also very historical even in the future. Today we join together with us, Islamic Republic of Uzbekistan. Actually very interesting thing, because history they like to introduce to the Buddhist world. This is important for us. The Central Asian have many countries, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. We waiting for your historical and valuable Buddhist site open to the Buddhist world, Buddhist heritage. This is an important thing for the not only Buddhist world who looking for the history of Buddhism. And we are very appreciate, open the door for us, sharing your dynamic and historical place in the worldwide. And I would like to congratulate to all of you who get the award from the Mahabodhi Society Mahakaruna in Ladakh in India. We are very appreciative. Thank you very much. We wish you good luck, long life, and successful your daily work and Dhamma work. Sabbe sattha bhavantu sukhita.
กราบนมัสการค่ะ Thank you very much for the impressive congratulatory speech. And at this time, I would like to invite Venerable Dr. Panchai Paramadammo, President of the World Alliance of Buddhists, WAB, give us the welcoming speech.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Most venerable sirs, especially Rajaguru Apayananda Mahathero, the Vice President of Bangladesh Bodo Bhikkhu Mahasabha from Bangladesh, Bante Anuruddha, Bante Sanghasena, and all venerables from Taiwan, from Myanmar, from Cambodia, from Thailand, and everyone, distinguished guests, especially our General Consul General Republic of Uzbekistan in Thailand, Mr. Federikin Sultanov, and all Thai philanthropists. I don't talk much now because I know that everyone would like to listen to the keynote speaker, especially our honorable guest from Uzbekistan, because he would like to say about Buddhism in Silk Road or Central Asia. But I have to give a little bit welcome speech because I would like to say that our program have three parts. Number one is forum or seminar. We have about 7 speakers. Second is we have the award ceremony, Mahakaruna Award. And third part is for international Sanghadana. That means we have a lot of monks. If you have lunch, you can see that a lot of monks, Sangha here. It's good chance to offer the Sanghadana. And now Brother Songchai, Mr. Pinara just offered the beautiful flowers already. So talking about Mahakaruna, I would like to say a little bit. Because we are Buddhist, in Taipitaka, mention about Paloka Sutra in Anguttara Nikaya, Ekatuka Tikanipa, about why during the Buddha time, why people is very little. But before that, our world have a lot of people. In Taipitaka mentioned that one Brahma asked the Lord Buddha, because before that, a lot of people in the world, that the hen or the clock can fly one house to one house, have people. But why during the Buddha time people disappear? Lord Buddha can teach very few. The Lord Buddha said that because the war, human fighting, so kill each other, pass away, dead a lot. After that, economic problem, no food to eat. And after that, disaster of the disease, such as now we have the pandemic of COVID-19. So that's why people is less reduced. So, but all the cause of the war, the disease, and the economic problem come from the greedy in the human mind. So that's why our program today, we use the theme Mahakaruna for the future of Buddhist propagation. Because of Mahakaruna or compassion, especially from our father, mother, our teacher, we all still be us today. Because of the compassion of the Lord Buddha, we know the truth of life, the law of karma, and he also gave the principal teaching on Makabucha Day. Tomorrow Makabucha Day, full moon day of the third lunar month. Buddha give the principal teaching. No, don't do evil deeds, do only good deeds and purify your mind. And the supreme target of the principal teaching is be patient, be peaceful, nirvana, nibbanang paramang vatanti puttha, and be karuna, nahi papachito parupakati samanohoti parang vihetayanto. That means be karuna. So that's why our program today, the theme is this. And we are very good luck that our Bante Sanghasena from Mahapoti, he keep many speech, organize many Mahakaruna Day in many states of India. And now I heard that many universities would like to put Mahakaruna as the subject of the university. So I do hope that today our program will sharing, give everyone the knowledge and especially give the inspiration for compassion for ourselves and for the benefit of the other, for the betterment of society and for peace of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the welcoming speech. And next sessions, we will have 2 keynote speakers to share us about the Mahakaruna Day and revive and restore the Buddhists in Central Asia. So at these times, the auspicious events about to begin. I respectfully invite the first keynote speakers, the most venerable Sanghasena, presidents of Mahabodhi International Meditation Centers, MIMC, from Ladakh, India, to share us about Mahakaruna Days at this time. กราบนมัสการค่ะ
Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami. May all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Devas and Nagas and sages from all the directions of the universe may kindly look at us and shower their blessings upon all of us for the success of our coming together in this beautiful hall, this beautiful Dhammakaya Center, beautiful country, Thailand, in this part of the world. Most Venerable Phara Vidisha Dhammakaya, the Director General of the International Affairs of Dhammakaya Foundation, and the Most Venerable Raj Guru Ayananda Mahathera, Vice President of the Bangladesh Buddha Bhikkhu Mahasabha, and Most Venerable Anuruddha, Secretary General of the World Buddhist Sangha Youth of Sri Lanka, and Most Venerable Dr. Dhammasila Dhammasa, Rectors of the International Buddhist Pali University, Naya P2 Myanmar, and Mr. Fakhruddin Sutwano. Please forgive me for not being able to pronounce your name correctly. The General Permanent Representative of the Republic of the Uzbekistan to UNSP something, please. Venerable Dr. Ponchai, the President of the World Alliance of the Buddhists here, and the most venerable Sangha members here from different parts of the world. And now also we are very happy to have a special guest, Madam Cosi from Italy, and Venerable Bhikkhuni Mingyu, the President of the Outstanding Women in Buddhism Awards. And so many guests are there. Forgive me for not being able to mention your good name properly, and also not able to mention the many important guests present here. I am very good in telling others to have good memory, which doesn't apply to myself. Forgive me. It is a great honor and privilege for me to be standing here on the special occasions of the Buddhist conference, the Mahakaruna and the Future Buddhism. And as you know, Dhammakaya temple is one of the biggest Buddhist center in the world. I have been rendering wide range of service to Buddha Sasana, and for me personally, Dhammakaya has been a role model in modernizing or revitalizing Buddhism. The teachings of Buddha remain same, past, present, future, nothing can be changed. But the mode of presentation, the mode of transmissions need to be changed from time to time, dependent upon the situations. And that's why, Dhammakaya Foundation, under the spiritual leadership of the founder of Dhammakaya Foundation, and the present president and others, Venerable Sangha members and its supporters have really brought a new energy to Buddhism, for which all of us like to appreciate and pay our respect to the founders and the present president, the vice president, and all the other members, Sangha members, and supporters. talking about the Mahakaruna and the future Buddhism, I think this is very, very relevant for our discussion today. The world is facing so many challenges, friends, you know. So many challenges. The war is going on between Russia and Ukraine. Even 1 year since the war started, now it's 1 year, still our world leaders have utterly failed to stop this. It is a serious concern, serious matter of concern for each one of us. Though we may say that the leaders are responsible, the others are responsible, we are not. But we must know that we are part of whatever happening in the world, good or bad things. We are all responsible. We cannot remain spectators. We cannot remain just blaming others. We all have a responsibility. We need to stand up, come together and do what we can. And we can do it. We can do it. All of us, each one of us have so much potential that can influence the whole world, can change the whole world. In recent time from India, Mahatma Gandhi was a simple person like you and me. He was not the incarnation of a god or somebody. He was a simple man like you and me. But he stood up and said, whether I will be successful or not, bringing freedom to such a big country from such a powerful country through non-violence. And he succeeded. And there are so many other cases. Again, I can't remember the name of those individuals who brought revolution, those who brought change in the world. Similarly, each one of us have potential, have responsibility to do something to stop this inhuman, brutal killings, the war against human beings, war against animals, war against environment. There are global warming, there is a global warming, there is a climate change, there is a environmental degradations, there is economic recession of problems, so much problems. And if you go deep into this, the root cause of this becomes very clear. This morning when we have a meeting with the Vice about, he also mentioned the root cause is lobha, the greed, human greed. So to fulfill our greed, human beings go out of the way, beyond the line, and get involved in the greeds, and they destroy the air, they destroy water, they destroy trees, the animals to make profit. And there, the greed comes when there is a lack of karuna. If there is compassion in the hearts of every human being, such things, what is happening in the world, not possible, cannot happen. All these terrible things are happening in the world is clear due to the lack of Mahakaruna, compassion for others. Compassion means care for others, concern for others, respect for others, love for others, trying to see the suffering of others in oneself, putting ourselves in the place of those who are in suffering, whether human beings, whether animals, whether trees, plants, whatever. So it is high time for us to think of the Mahakaruna, the universal compassion, the unconditional compassions. I remember, somebody asked Mahatma Gandhi, what is the biggest crisis, biggest problem of this century? Mahatma Gandhi seems to have said that the karuna, compassion, is drying up in the hearts of human beings. So there are many instances in the life of Buddha and in many suttas how through the great compassion, Mahakaruna, Buddha and many of his disciples stopped war. There are two countries was ready to start war for a river. Buddha went and threw out of compassion, stopped that war. And there was epidemics, and Buddha went and did the prayer of compassion. Again, rain came and the epidemic was gone. So many instances there. Where there is a compassion, where there is a love, cannot have such brutal killing and violence, whether against human beings, animals, or nature. So in keeping this in our mind or realizing the importance of Mahakaruna, my organization, the Mahabodhi International Meditation Center, along with the Mahakaruna Foundation, New Delhi, have been organizing many Mahakaruna programs in different parts of the country, even beyond. And I'm so happy that today on this occasion, our respected Venerable Dr. Ponchai, the President of the Alliance of Buddhist World, have included Mahakaruna program here in this beautiful hall. I really appreciate that, and of course, today would be just a point for us, reminding us to think about that. We all have to think about compassion. We all have to cultivate compassion. It looks to me, only compassion can save the world. If all of us or everybody develop this compassion, even little bit, much of the problem in the world we are facing can be reduced or can be totally overcome. So I hope we can all join together with the Alliance of Buddhist World, Dhammakaya, and other organizations from different parts of the world. Time has come, friends, that we, the Buddhists, whether you belong to whatever sect, the Mahayana or Theravada, Vajrayana, all we have to come together to spread the message of Karuna, the message of wisdom of Buddha, and everywhere. Even the non-Buddhist people from Western countries are looking at Buddhism as the last hope for this world. You know, so people are ready to now listen, learn, and practice Buddhism. We Buddhists have to stand up and get ready, prepare ourselves as messenger of peace, as ambassador of compassion, as Bodhisattvas. All of us have to take a vow of Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means, you know, taking a vow to learn the Buddha's teaching, practice, and take the message to every nook and corner of the world. So please remind me if my time is over. I know in today's world we have everything except the time. Yeah, as you people living in the big cities have an expensive watch but no time. We living in a very backward place in the high Himalaya have no expensive watch but we have time. Okay, so I bring the warmest greeting from the coldest land of Ladakh in the Indian part of Himalayas, and you are all cordially invited to my place. We will have a World Peace Conference and Path Yatra in June, July. Okay, so once again, thanks everybody for joining us. With this, I will conclude here. I have a short Mahakaruna some presentation. You can have a glimpse of that, what we have been trying to do in India to create awareness of the importance of compassion. Once again, thank you very much. May the blessings of the Triple Gem be with us, and may you all be blessed with the good health, long life, and all favorable conditions to spread the teachings of Buddha, especially Mahakaruna, in every nook and corner of the world. Thereby, again, we can create a new world system. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you very much for the inspired speech, because he said the world faces the challenging situations, and we are all have responsibilities to cultivate passions or Mahakaruna in our heart and spread out to others so we can make a better world. Thank you very much. And next, I would like to invite the second keynote speakers to share us about Revive to Restore Buddhists in Central Asia by Mr. Farkidin Sujanov, Council General Permanent Representative of the Republic of Uzbekistan to UNESCAP at this time.
Good afternoon. Sawadee krap, namaste, ni hao. And I reached my limit. So, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers. It's a big honor to represent my country on this very high-level event. And dear participants of the Global Buddhism Forum, we would like to thank the organizer for inviting to participate today. We also congratulate with the remarkable occasion, 53rd anniversary of the Dhammakaya temple. Buddhism is one of the ancient and widespread religions in the world. In Uzbekistan, Buddhism has more than 2,000 years of history and become the state religion of the Kushan Empire period, by the period of ruling Prince Kanishka. And one of the great states of its time, which includes the current territories of Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Central Asia status. Buddhism in Central Asia left its remarkable lifestyle of the local population even today. From these lands, the representative of Theravada and the Mahayana schools spread teachings to East and Southeast Asia, including China, Korea, Japan, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, Malaysia, and of course Thailand. Through the, let's say, the corridors of the ancient Silk Road ways. To date, Uzbek, Russian, Japanese, Australian archaeologists excavated more than 20 Buddha stupas in the territory of current Central Asia. And I can say that most of them is located in Pakistan and Uzbekistan territories. Buddhist culture and works of art found also on the territory of Uzbekistan, which are now in the museums in Uzbekistan, Russia, Great Britain, Japan, the USA, France, and Germany. A statue of the triad of Buddha, a stone statue of the sitting and meditating Buddha, a statue of the Kushan Empire prince, parts of the head, fragments of the head, hands, clothes, and feet of Buddha statues found in Fayastepe. Fayastepe, Kampertepe, Zormala Stupa, and preserved, amazingly recognized as one of the unique works of the world culture and human civilization, and is among the treasure of humanity. In this regard, I'm confident that Uzbekistan and Thailand historical and cultural relationship have a deep history. To strengthen cultural ties between our countries, the Thai delegation is visiting next month to get acquainted with the Buddhist monuments preserved on the territory of Uzbekistan. Because these archaeological foundations been found recently, like less than 50 years ago. And we need some experience, we need some support from the Buddhist countries to show us the right way of restoring conservation, as our President, His Excellency, Mr. Mirziyoyev, in one of his recently speech, he told that These archaeological relics and foundations is not belong to Uzbekistan. It is belong to the world. And we opening our country for any visitors to visit and feel by your own the part of history of Central Asia. Based on the above, I also invite all representatives of Buddhism to visit Uzbekistan. Visit Uzbekistan, just be sure and feel yourself the 2,000-year history and path of the spirit of Buddhism from India through Central Asia to East and Southeast Asia. So as my see, we prepare some presentations regarding the location, regarding what we already found by the support of archaeological Professor Kato, who passed away, but I've been very close with his work. And even he started very good practice in summer period on his own fund. He was bringing students for summer works to attend in archaeological processes. And still in Surkhandarya region, we have his house museum. And I've been there by myself many times, and I find out very interesting facts, which is belong in to the period and the process of the first foundations when they start excavating, and when they start when they went as much deeper as deeper. So the history comes out that we have not only history until the Arabic invasion or the Greek invasion. We have a deep history, even related with one of the ancient religion in the world, Buddhism. Thank you for your attention, and hope to see everyone in my country share your opinion, share your professional advices to improve and help us to spread one of the historical treasures of this Central Asia and Uzbekistan lands. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much.
Small speech. So sorry. We have our special ambassador of Buddhism of the Surkhandarya region, where the mostly archaeological Buddhism foundation been found. So our just in professional level, I would like to just give words to Dr. Pansak, who is officially our representative of Buddhism in Thailand. So, Kun Pansak.
Good afternoon. I, the respective venerables, I'm a representative of Uzbekistan as tourism pilgrimage ambassador in Thailand. I just want it to add it up, the information as Sudan and our generals told you about already. What we can say now, that is the emergence of the ancient Buddhist civilization, 900 years consummation under earth. 900 years already nobody knows about Uzbekistan as a Buddhist. Especially Uzbekistan, before that, that's the original of Buddhism. After the king after the king Kanishka gathered together Panja, Kantala, Bactria, Bhikkhusa. The most civilization, Buddhism, and the state Buddhism in that area. Now, in this very high occasion, I just to inform you that we are welcome you. We are welcome you anytime. We are welcome you, especially the high occasion of this. So I'm so happy and so proud to inform you that we would like to welcome you and visit. This is original. This is the first 500 years of Buddhism. And after 500 years, between 1,000 years, the civilization of Buddhism in Kantala, Cambodia, and also Central Asia, Bactria is the base of. Bactria itself and become to Kushan. Kushan become Kushan itself, that's a King Kanishka. King Kanishka, one of the most famous, one of the most supporting of Buddhist carry on until now. That's King Kanishka. But unfortunately, last two, it's hard to find the text. We just found the text for a few years later after Central Asia become to the Republic. So that says about 50 years ago. So for today, quite a short time, very, very short time. I'm not really served any other, so I'm so proud and so nice to meet you. And very, very happy to inform you. We are ready to inform you. We are ready to welcome you. We are ready to want to see you in Uzbekistan, especially Sukhandaya. Sukhandaya, this is the south part, the border of Tajikistan, Afghanistan. Nearby, that's Kyrgyzstan. That's it, the center of Buddhism. Last BC, starting BC 600. Before BC 300, that is starting Buddhism in those areas after Ashoka Maharaj. Will be Miranda. After Miranda, who has a statue as Buddhism, happened according to Miranda. Spread the cultures of Buddhism all over the world, that's it, Kanishka. That's it, Kanishka. So I'm so that we have so much, very limited time. Happy to inform you a short like this. Any the question you need more to contact us in Uzbek control in Bangkok. Anytime we are ready and we are warmly welcome you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for inviting us to visit Sukhandai, right? Sukhandai in Uzbekistan, and I think everyone here will visit there one time. So thank you very much, and we just hope that our relationship about the Buddhism in Thailand and in Uzbekistan will go on in the future. At this time, Mr. Fakruddin Sujan would like to give the auspicious gift. So may I respectfully invite the most venerable Vitet upon Bandit Varapanyo, the Directors General of International Affairs, Venerable Venerable Sanghasena, the President of Mahabodhi International Meditation Centers, and the Venerable Doctors Pornchai Palawat Chammos, President of World Alliance of Buddhists at this time. thank you for Venerable Sanghasena. And the last one, the Venerable Doctors Ponchai Palawatamo. And at this time, the most venerable Vitet Panyaporn Pandit Varapanyo would like to give the auspicious gift to Mr. Fakhridin Sultanov at this time. May we invite again to take a history photo together. Okay. May I invite, yes, Mr. Fakhridin Sultanov, the most venerable Sanghasena, again, to take a history photo. Sadhu. This is our two keynote speakers that shares about the Mahakaruna days and the topics about revive to restore Buddhists in Central Asia. And next sessions, we will have many guest speakers to share us in interesting topics. So I would like to invite the most venerable พระครูสนิทวงศ์วุฒิวังโส the directors of mass communications, to share us about Buddhist propagation in AI periods at the time. กราบนิมนต์ค่ะ
กราบถวายความเคารพพระมหาเถรานุเถระทุกรูปนะครับเจริญพรญาติโยมวาสุภสกาทุกท่านนะสาธุ Most venerable venerable sir, distinguished guests, lady, gentlemen, sister and brother in Dhamma, nice to see you all today. First of all, I would like to thank หลวงพี่พรชัย to invite me to join the forum, and thank you for everyone to be part of this forum today. It is my first time speech in English. I will try my best. As my duty for communication department of Dhammakaya temple, in this position, we had to use many channels for communication information with AI and technology to give Dhamma, meditation, and temple facts to the world. So this day we have to use new technology to reduce routine effort and increase the velocity for communication it out. In Buddhist propagation, in the one that what Prat Dhammakaya need to focus on and want to expand this knowledge to people around the world. This day, as we have many channels such as social media, they have many chatting service, and also we have much content related to many topics. If you see at the current, we are in digital world. We have many tools that use AI. For example, with Calm application, it is a meditation application. You can create your own meditation course based on your input data, like your lifestyle. Calm application is very interesting. You can input your mood, your stress, and the time for meditation. If you put the data, you can see your personal cost. That application use AI to generate it. Another thing that is quite a similar thing that you can meet every day in chatbot. Chatbot is you can see in many service, same as the Buddhism chatbot, can help us to answer simple and common thing, like in Line OA. In today, we also use dialogue flow before. This one also has AI in the background and will help to normalize the word that people ask, and the system will answer in the right topic. And other example is video clips. This service is another everyday used by most people. YouTube that you use to see the video clip about many of content, not only Buddhist, but every content that you want will be logged in your history. After that, the same type and the same channel will show in your feed again and again. For instance, if you watch most of the content in the Dhamma study, it will show more Dhamma studies content. If you watch the meditation content, it will show more about meditation content also. There are just 3 examples of AI in our daily life. Although AI will help in terms of repetitive tasks, reply in an intelligent and efficient automated system, making it faster, saving time and multitasking faster and more extensive. But there are many other factors that are necessary for dissemination. I studied for 2 years and researched that is about 11 factors for AI period, such as human resource is very important, Dhamma content, human interaction, place like temple, online channel, short video, new media type, Buddhist people, Buddhist network, activity and government support. 11 factor is very important in AI period. First, human resource must be moral and intellectual role model for both monks and lay people. Monks also need to study Dhamma and train themselves to become good monks with morality and wisdom, complete with knowledge and conduct. And most importantly, there must be great compassion who can digital interruption. There must be great compassion who can bring the knowledge gained from his study and self-training to disseminate and teach the people. At the same time, lay people are necessary for 2 issues. The first issue is the area where monk or priest is inconvenient to travel, such as the area of friends of different faiths, or restriction on living and eating. The second issue is that the new generation does not accept more priest or monk. It may be caused by suspicion of unfamiliarity. Preaching using layman is more convenient and easier. Sorry. Such as like this. The second, what is disseminated in the new era is not a religion, but rather Dhamma content, the knowledge that can be easily studied and applied in everyday life, such as mercy, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, concentration, and mindfulness, while linking with scientific knowledge, such as the Dalai Lama. There are seminars with scientists every 2 years, or discuss and exchange on Buddhism and quantum physics, etc. Number 3, the transmission of virtue from people to people is important. Dhamma knowledge for the new generation can be easily accessed through all social media. But one thing that monks can do well and better than AI and technology is the convey virtue, habits of great mercy, compassion, forgiving each other. Distinct robot can't train human. Relying on Mahathera, the teacher, the monk, to take care of, support, and convey good virtue. For example, knowledge in the 6th direction is a model that conveys goodness to each other. and such as first 38 blessing of life is very good for human too. Number 4, place such as some temples have reduced their role because people can study through the internet by themselves. Therefore, the temple may have to be built smaller because of less usable space. Since people rarely go to temple, activities in temple are mainly ritual. Number 5, social media and technology play a much greater role, especially in the COVID-19 situation. Each temple must be linked to the layman. For example, Wat Dhammakaya also used the Zoom system throughout the year 2022 in order to be able to do activity, teach meditation and ritual such as lighting online lantern, cycling online lantern, play online, offering online, Dhammayatra online, and Nodate online too. The Dalai Lama also used video conference in the part of ritual with senior monk and clergy, or Dhamma lecture with scholar and public via online as well. Number 6, new era production and dissemination short Dhamma clips such as 1 or 3 minutes suitable for today's era, where people live in a fast-paced society and are surrounded by a viral platform with short clips, including for new people who come to study Buddhism. If a short clip or short moral movies of 30 seconds or 1 minute can make an impression, they will be able to follow and study Dhamma deeply. And 7, innovation media can help attract the attention of Buddhists and the new generation, such as 3D movies, animation, metaverse, online moral games, etc. It's like speaking the same language as the younger generation, but it is digital language that makes it better to grab attention. Number 8, in this era, some Buddhism are wide but not deep, focusing on enter the temple to ask for blessing, but not much practice for the purity of mind. Number 9, establishing a network of cooperation of international Buddhist organizations with outset is the important for equitable exchange, learning, and transfer of good and new know-how to each other, including exchanging personal and helping helping each other, such as natural disaster, earthquakes in Nepal, flood in Sky Province in Myanmar, etc. We must work together as a team to be strong together because we respect the same Buddha. Number 10, activities that promote morality, propagation, Dhamma, create religions here is and increase the number of Buddhists are necessary and must be done, such as Dhammayatra in Thailand, in India, in Nepal, short-term group ordination to test the life of peace of monk, being ordained as a group inevitably has the attraction of synergy that makes it possible to design to stay ordained for a long time. And number 7, government support in each country as well as public and private agency because it brings unity and it is important force in driving religious work include budget support. However, if the state doesn't support and disagree or is suspicious, it be chance to threaten Buddhism as well. Second, I take for a long time. I will save that. So we have to balance the use of technology with the traditional Buddhist because the main focus of Buddhist is to keep the mind within the center of body. Technology will help you to do and know many things, but meditation you have to do be yourself. Thank you again for your time and your attention. And hoping you are very able to take some idea about Buddhist propagation in AI period. Final piece, keep your mind in the center of your body. Be kind to other people and make world peace through inner peace. Thank you.
His sharings make us feel like we need to realize and prepare ourselves to the new eras. Thank you very much for the most venerable พระครูสนิทวงศ์วุฒิวังโส Director of Mass Communications of Dhammakaya Temple, to share us about the varieties of applications and also the channel to spread out our Dhamma to the world. Thank you very much. And at this time, I would like to invite most venerable Wuttichai Wuttichayo. He is the 9th level of Palis, and he is the chairman of IPS projects, to share us about international program scholarships or IPS for youth Buddhist leaders.
Pay respect to the Lord Buddha, the most venerable, and everyone in this room. I am as a chairman of IPS project. We would like to give information about a project that we opened more than 20 years, and we have a good opportunity for everyone that interested in studying in English, study Buddhism, study Thai, have a chance to join our project as monks, novice, and lay people who can join. And when the people who are interested in this project should be ordained as a monk and join this program. At first, I would like to give information with video. Please share the video first. Okay. We have a video. Okay.
The International Program Scholarships, or IPS, is an English course of the Dhammakaya Institute Foundation, DCI Center for Buddhist Studies. Established in 1998, this nonprofit organization engages in educational activities and research on Buddhism. The purposes of this organization are to support educational opportunities and provide training activities for students, both monks and novices. This includes educational activities to support the academic, moral, and cultural development of the youth and other people who are interested in Buddhist studies. The institute is currently located next to the Chao Phraya River in Ban Bang District, Pranakon, Siyayutthaya. Communication skills, particularly in English, are crucial for students to thrive in this modern world. Therefore, in 2017, the Institute initiated the International Program Scholarships, also known as the IPS, which is a one-year curriculum that accepts Thai youths holding a high school diploma to ordain and study. The IPS curriculum has implemented the English syllabus from the New England School of English, Harvard Square in the United States, where it is ranked as one of the top 5 best English schools in the world. It has been modified to suit students at all levels, taught by native and non-native English teachers. In 2022, the course has opened for foreign monks from several countries to study. Currently, 15 monks have passed the entrance exam and study in this program. Monks from India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Vietnam can be found here.
So many things I get in this program. First of all, Dhammakaya meditation. Dhammakaya meditation study is very good for everyone. First of all, mindfulness and relaxation is good meditation technique. I feel doing meditation is very relaxed and open mind.
There are several reasons which make me decide to join this IPS program. Among them, the reason is I would like to study Thai language and English language, and also Thai Buddhist culture. I got to know how to operate the big organizations and how to propagate the teachings of the Buddhists among the people. I know how important meditation is. Yeah, these are some of them I got from this program. Yeah.
Being the teaching monk and also the mentor monk in this program is quite really challenging, because most of monks and novices and lay people, they are all very different country, different culture, and also different graduation. But when everyone come to this program, it's our responsibility for take care of everything and to give the Dhamma, give the lesson, and to give what they want. Surprisingly, that all of the participants that join this program, they have the same goal, which is to spread the Dhamma. And the second one is that they want to learn Thai. Yeah, they want to know the Thai culture. And also, we in this program, we also teach the method of the Dhammakaya meditation practice, which is, as a result, we have monks and novices who have good experiences of practicing meditation in this program.
Student monks have to practice themselves to be worthwhile monks by chanting and meditating every day. Also, they have to practice basic moral activities including respect, discipline, and patience by taking care of the living places, by making them clean, and training themselves to work as a team. Apart from the above, students are encouraged to participate in all activities so that we can keep up with the study schedule from the early morning. After finishing classes, there are activities to help shape us together for unity and being respectful with each other. Holding on to the monk disciplines and loving monkhood life is expected, as the program's philosophy states that Dhamma study, Dhamma practice, attain enlightenment, have confident preaching, and propagate Buddhism to the world.
Okay, this is our project. If you go to Pranakon Sethiya, don't forget to visit my institute at Pranakon Sethiya. It's very near Pranakon Sethiya. Okay, this is more detail. It's about Buddhism and language courses 1 year, only 1 year. They study Dhamma, Thai culture, Thai language, and English. And I think it's very important to practice meditation every day. Okay, this is eligibility about the person who interested in this program. The age of attendee 18 to 25. And this is a program schedule. Start from 4 June to 2023 until 3 June 2024. This is the length of course, but now we register. The person who is interested in this program can register now. I just give leaflet. Do you have this leaflet? Yes, you can scan scan QR code and you join the Line group. And if you want more detail, you can contact the Line group to question something that you want to know. And we have interview at first, and after we know that this person can be our student, we give ticket, visa for them to come to Thailand. So that is it's an opportunity to everyone who interested in improve self-development and study English and study Thai at the same time. So for me, I would like to give an information and please everyone share this for others who interested in this program. Thank you very much for paying attention.
Thank you very much for the interesting programs, international programs, scholarships, IPS, by Most Venerable Buttichai Buttichio. Thank you very much. And due to we have quite a limit of time, so I would like to ask for help us tighten the time for a little bit. So now I would like to invite the next speakers, the Most Venerable Dr. Thammasila Vipamsa. He is rector of International Buddhist Palace Universities, Naypyidaw, Myanmar. He will share us Buddhist education for Buddhist propagation at this time. กราบนิมนต์ค่ะ
Namo Mahakaruna Buddhasa. Namo Bhikkhu Sanghasa. Awadu Sabha Mangala. Good afternoon. All respected plenary visitors, distinguished leaders and guests. I am very happy to see you all here happily and healthily. And I am very proud of being here and to give keynote speech on Mahakaruna and future Buddhist propagation. Before I give my speech, please let me introduce myself with you. I am Buddhist master in Myanmar. I am rector of International Buddhist Pali University, Naypyidaw in Myanmar. I'm also one of Chief Master of New Missouri Monastery in Mandalay, Myanmar. Besides, now I am based my service to the State Priyati University, Sasana University, Mandalay in Myanmar. Now let me start my speech. I would like to share you the first concerning with the great compassion of the Buddha as a suggestion for future Buddha Sasana, the Buddha's dispensation. All of the teachings of the Buddha are prescribed by the Buddha's great compassion and omniscience, Mahakaruna and Sabinyutanyana. In reality, great compassion, the great compassion, Mahakaruna was a peer since he was a hermit named Sumedha in 4 calculable words and 1 lakh works, but not in just Buddha tools named Gautama. Seeing the glory of the Dipankara Buddha, Sumedha hermit was wholehearted and admired the Dipankara Buddha's abandoned the great chance to be able to an arhat, believing and realizing his power and effort to be a Buddha. With the 3 great wishes, to make being realize the 4 noble truths as he realized, to make beings free from all suffering as he pleased, to make beings overcome his great flap of light as he overcame. He abandoned the great chance to be at hand because of his great compassion, Mahakaruna on all beings. He lived for incalculable what and 1 lakh was, striving to fulfill the term perfection, till he was a Buddha named Gautama. As a Buddha, he wandered and adopted so many teachings called Tipitaka for 45 years or till his last breath. All are based on his great compassion, Mahakaruna, and omniscience, Sabhinyutanyana. So, commentator said that Karuna Nidanahi Sabbebi Buddha Guna. Karuna Nidanahi Sabbebi Buddha Guna. It means here that all the revelation of the Buddha appear through his great compassion, Mahakaruna indeed. The Buddha went and adopted many teachings called Tipitaka, which being to attain Magas, Plus, and Nibbana. Although the Buddha adopted so many teachings in accordance with 6 temperaments of beings, all the teachings has only the taste of liberation from round of rebirth, remote desires, rasa. To make beings free from round of rebirth, he wandered and taught the different teachings that lead to Nibbana. Sometime laid down the principle, the disciplines for bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, and lay people. Without teaching the discourses and laying down disciplines, he couldn't strive to make being free from sufferings. So, all of his teachings are called Dhamma Vinaya, teaching and discipline by himself. By following and practicing in accordance with the guidance of the Buddha, the Sangha community have been preserving, promoting, and propagating the teaching of the Buddha till now. When we record the Buddha Sasana journey for 2,560 years, we can see clearly that teaching and practicing or applying the teaching of the Buddha generation by generation are the main roots of Buddhism. Between them, teaching is the real essential root. So many commentaries said that Sadhana titiya bana pariyati yewa pamanam. Sadhana titiya bana pariyati yewa pamanam. It means here that teaching is an essential root for the survival of the Buddha's dispensation. So also, when we try to preserve, promote, and propagate the Buddha teaching, firstly, we try to teach people the teaching of the Buddha, and then they will attain the liberation after practicing in accordance with the teaching. Therefore, teaching methods become the most important factors. Nowadays, there are so many pre-Adi monasteries, Buddhist university, college, private Buddhist training school in Myanmar, Thailand, and in the world. However, there are so many different teaching methods among them, and it is very difficult to know which methods are best without meeting, sharing methods, and discussing one another. Therefore, among Buddhists, especially among Buddhist leaders from local and different countries, meeting, sharing methods, and discussion one another like this forum are very important to preserve, promote, propagate the Buddha Sasana, the Buddha's dispensation. So let's try together our best for future of Buddhist propagation. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you very much for sharing us about Buddhist educations for Buddhist propagations. Thank you very much, the Most Venerable Dr. Thammasila Piwamsa. And the next honorable speakers, I would like to invite Venerable Ming Yu, President of Outstanding Women in Buddhism Award from Taiwan, in the topic of Outstanding Women in Buddhism, Past, Present, and Futures at this time.
Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha, most valuable Dhamma brother and sister. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ming Yu, come from Taiwan. Thank you, everybody, just listening. I also show some PPT to you. Each International Day offers many actors the opportunity to organize activities related to the theme of the day. Organizations, governments, civil society, the public and private sectors. PPT also show schools, universities, and more generally systems make an International Day a springboard of awareness, rising Asians. Women are increasingly being recognized as more vulnerable to climate change in past than men, as they constitute the majority of the world's poor and are more dependent on the natural resource which climate change threatens the most. At the same time, women and girls are effective and powerful leaders and change makers for climate adaptation and mitigation. They are involved in sustainability initiatives around the world, and their participation and leadership results in more effective climate action without gender equality today. A sustainable future and an equal future remain beyond our reach. Actually, let's climb gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. According to the Buddhist canon, women are as capable of reaching limits as men. The canon reports that the order of bhikkhunis was first created by the Buddha at the specific request of his aunt and foster mother, Mahapajapati Gautami, who became the first ordained bhikkhunis. A famous work of the early Buddhist schools in the Theravada, a collection of poems by elder nuns, about enlightenment that was preserved in the Bali Canon. The Canon describes actual both required for women to be ordained as bhikkhunis in the 8 Gothamas and registered the bhikkhuni order as subordinate to and relied upon the bhikkhu order. In place where the bhikkhuni lineage with historically mission or has died out due to hardship, alternative forms of renunciation have developed in Tibetan Buddhism. Women officially take the vows of nobility. Some Theravada women may choose to take an informal and limited set of vows similar to the historical vows of the Samsara, like the Meiji of Thailand and the Sila Singh of Myanmar. Sorry, my English is not well, so just reading. Two Buddhist nuns, Thai bhikkhuni Ratnavani and American bhikkhuni Natalie, gathered the idea to devote an award in honor of Buddhist women's accomplishments on the United Nations International Women's Day. This idea arose in March 2001 after the nuns attended two events. The Outstanding Women's Awards in Thailand, organized by the Chandra and Development Research Institute, and an invited speech offered by Venerable Bhikkhuni Natalie at the United Nations in Bangkok in honor of International Women's Day on 8 March 2001. International Women's Day, March 8th, is an occasion marked by women's growth around the world. The day is also commemorated at each of the 5 United Nations branches in the world. There is also another of the day across the world at universities, schools, and educational institutions. Often the day expands into a week or even a month, focusing on the accomplishments of women. When women on all continents, who are often divided by national boundaries, racism, linguistic, cultural, economic, and political difference, come together to celebrate their day. They can look back to women's struggle for equality, justice, peace, and development, which began in the 1840s. Few causes promoted by the United Nations have generated more intense and widespread support than the campaign to promote and protect the equal rights of women. The Charter of the United Nations, signed in San Francisco in 1945, was the first international agreement to proclaim gender equality as a fundamental human right. Nearly 300 women from 30 countries have been awarded today. Some of the awardees have included the objectives of the Outstanding Woman in Buddhist Awards, mobilize public opinion and international action to promote the role and the status of Theravada bhikkhunis in Southeast Asia, thereby directing assistance to disadvantaged groups of women and girls. Uplift the good deeds of Buddhist women so that others may know. Provide good role models for society. Encourage the award recipients. Promote sorority in the overcoming of obstacles. Promote information of the award recipients' role in developing the health life, that of her community, her nation, and the world, training, research, and the collation of segregated data and on the role and the status of ordained women in Buddhism. Encourage a movement which uplifts the role and the status of Buddhist women within the Buddhist faith. Promote telling the history of women in Buddhism. Promote a network of accomplished Buddhist women, ordained and lay the categories of the Outstanding Woman in Buddhism Awards, recognized for categories of accomplishments, meditative practice, social work, and community development, Dhamma propagation, Dhamma writings, academic writings, radio, TV, websites, peace activisms. I would like to take this opportunity to remind about greatest woman in the world, most valuable, Sanghamitta Mahathera was the eldest daughter of Emperor Ashoka, 304 BC, 232 BC, and his first wife, Devi. Together with her brother Mahinda, she entered an order of Buddhist monks. The two siblings later went to Sri Lanka to spread the teachings of Buddha at the request of King Dhammakaya Tissa, who was a contemporary of Ashoka. Ashoka was initially reluctant to send his daughter on an overseas mission. However, because of the instance of Sanghamitta herself, her finally agreed. She was sent to Sri Lanka together with several other nuns to start the non-lineage of bhikkhunis. At the request of King Tissa to ordain Queen Anula and other women of Tissa's court Anuradhapura, who desired to be ordained as nuns after Mahinda converted them to Buddhism. Most valuable Master Zheng Yan is the Taiwanese Buddhist nun teacher and the feared philanthropist. She is the founder of the Buddhist Compassion Relief Chiji Foundation, ordinarily referred to as Chiji, a Buddhist humanitarian organization based in Taiwan. In the West, she is sometimes referred to as the Mother Teresa of Asia. Most Venerable Master Zheng Yan makes a broadcast every morning in an address known as Wisdom at Dawn, and makes another address in the evening. She wakes up around morning 30:45 a.m. to start her activities, such as receiving visitors and overseeing Chiji projects throughout Taiwan. Venerable Nun Chandra was a Thai magi who founded Dhammakaya religious studies. Scholar Rachel School has described her as the most influential female meditation teacher in Thailand. Her own students call her Zhang Kong Ro Yong, Acham Mahakaruna Upasika, Chandra Zhang Kong Ro Yong, an honorific name. Meaning is Grandmother Master Great John Devotee. Although illiterate, she was widely respected for her experience in meditation, which is rare for a magi. She managed to attract many well-educated students. Despite her rural background and illiteracy, some scholars have raised the example of Magi Chandra to indicate that the position of women in Thai Buddhism may be more complete than was previously thought. The outstanding women in Buddhism awards are part of an international women's movement which takes a stand for transformation and celebrates the acts of courage and determination by women in the history of Buddhism. The categories of the outstanding women in Buddhism awards recognize four categories of accomplishments: meditative practice, social work and community development, Dharma propagation. Most Venerable Bhikkhuni Dr. Lee, co-founder of WBA, Most Venerable Bhikkhuni Ratchavani, co-founder of WBA, and Most Venerable Bhikkhuni Dr. Ming Yu, president of WBA, always engaged to do the best to the women on worldwide. The honors were selected by a panel of Buddhist scholars and practitioners, and will receive their awards at a ceremony held by the Association for the Promotion of the Status of Women. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Omitofo.
Thank you very much, Venerable Ming Yu, President of Outstanding Women in Buddhist Awards from Taiwan. Since in the Buddha eras, women have an important role to help support Buddhism in many ways. And we just hope that in the future, women will continue to do our duties in the future as well. So, next honorable speakers, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Vichai A. Kataksin. He is medical doctor and director of Lymphology Institute of Thailand. He will share us about the unique topics, food of peace.
I would like to thank organizing committee that invite me to this meeting. I am from different field of profession. I am medical doctor, and what we are going to present here contain medical materials for educational purposes. Therefore, viewers' discussion is strictly advised. We'll talk about food of peace. Of course, I mean vegan, vegetarian. It is the food of health, and it is food for health, and it is also food for peace. My colleague should be speaking here, but she is not ready today, so I will take this action. Dr. Radipat Jenchok. This is the dogma from the heaven. Man, thus thou shalt be but vegetarian. At the moment, we have about 10,000 patients from 63 countries visiting our office. Albert Einstein has been talking about this before, that he support being vegetarians because this will benefit the lots of mankind. About 2,500 years ago, Pythagoras mentioned about health being equivalent to peace. Therefore, when we aim to obtain peace, we should never forget health. For as long as man continues to be ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as man massacre animals, they will kill each other. Indeed, he who saw the seeds of murder and pain cannot reap joy and love. Pythagoras mentioned about this in the same days as our Lord Buddha. Why should we become vegetarian or vegan? There are various reasons. Whether it is religious, ethical, aesthetic, economic, environmental, or global, which we normally mean peace-oriented, health, nutritive, and medical purposes. Many scientists, outstanding scientists, are actually vegetarian, but most of us are not aware of this. For example, Leonardo da Vinci, he was vegetarian, great vegetarian. Sir Isaac Newton was also vegetarian. Albert Einstein was also vegetarian. And many Nobel laureates were also vegetarian. At least 14 Nobel laureates were vegetarians. The terminology of vegan was found in 1944 by Donald Watson. This term was coined in Leicester City because he had to be used for the term vegetarian to be used by those who consume animal products like egg and milk. So he coined new term vegan. But this terminology was coined as Visuddhi Mangsavirat in 1980 by these medical students. It is me. It was me. And about 40 years later, this was coined as Vimang to conform with the vegan. Vegan in Thai we call Vimang. This photograph when I was in medical school, grade 3. And this is an example of what I consumed when I was medical student. I ate only breakfast a day and drink water once a day and no more. So I am one meal vegetarian, vegan. Most of it were fresh vegetables and rice. Stiff vegetables will be mixed with the rice in the rice cooker and no food additives. When we talk about peace, when we talk about life, we must know that people can have 3 lives. Anyone can have 3 lives. It is public life as a member of the community. It is a private life as a member of the family. And it is personal life as individual self. Therefore, any people can have peace from 3 dimensions. It is a public peace, which cover global or community. It is the private peace, which is limited to a family. But it is also a personal peace, which belongs to individuals. Every time when there is war or when there is political unrest, people fight for peace, calling it as liberty. But it has never been true peace, because always this is conditioned with hidden conflicts. However, family peace is unconditioned, and individual peace is very ultimate. Imagine if you live in the society like in Japan, like this for 32 years, like I have done. What would you do? Do you think you can feel peace in the midst of the crowd like this, as in Japanese society? But they could have done it, because they are truly disciplined, because they are Ochiya-san will push you into the train every morning. How come you can attain peace if your hunger is not filled? Therefore, to become peaceful, you must be also mouthful. Artists have been drawing this kind of painting, indicating that long time ago we were actually starchivore. We eat only starch. Einstein has mentioned that man was not born to be a carnivore. And this is true, because from medical point of view, carnivore, omnivore, herbivore, frutivore, and what is human? Human actually is starchivore. We must eat rice, starch, potatoes, bread, and so on. You cannot avoid this. You must eat. Animal has natural tools to prey for their food. Panda, we know that, like to eat bamboo. However, very few people know that panda can also eat flesh. When some human claim to eat meat, like Dalai Lama, he used to be vegetarian, but about 15 years later, he became meat eater. And Sir Paul McCartney was so angry, and he argued that he should not eat meat, because that will eventually, inevitably cause suffering. We know that Sir Paul McCartney actually have mentioned about, if slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone would be a vegetarian. And this is very well known of his quotation. We know that Lord Buddha was born as a vegetarian because his mother and father were also vegetarian. Therefore, he teach and preach vegetarian. But Thai monks like to eat meat, unfortunately. Like many African people, they rush for meat. They eat elephant meat without knowing that actually elephant eat only vegetables and fruits. How come? The greatest animal that has most muscles eat only vegetables and fruit. Therefore, bodybuilders, the modern bodybuilders, will never eat animal flesh, eggs, or milk. Understood? We also are very concerned about global warming. But you know what? This global warming is really true. Some authors try to convince that we must do something. You see that arrows? He said we should eat less meat. But I cannot compromise. We must eat no meat. Because raising cows cause methane emission, which is the major cause of global warming. It is not the factory carbon producer that cause global warming, but it is the cow that cause global warming. We therefore prohibit eating meat, which include fowl, flesh, and fish. We do not allow our patients to eat entrail, bone, skin, any part of the animal products. Thai people like to eat blood coagulated, shrimp foods, shrimp paste, and fish sauce, including also dairy products. These 10 items we do not allow people to eat. I'll show you some example. People like this are not treated in medical school because they don't think they can treat. They have done some surgery, but very ugly, monstrous lymphedema. When we treat her with twisting tourniquet technique, which is a very unique way of treating, without using any medication, without using any surgery or radiotherapy, she healed very beautifully within just 3 weeks. Then, a month later, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and 4 years, she never recurs. And then she became my assistant, helping me to treat other patients, like this lady. She could not fit herself into the middle of the pickup car because her body was wider than 110 centimeters, and she weighed 220 kilograms. She stayed in the bus for 7 years, in the pickup car for 7 years. Then after I treat her, her body reduced to half the size. Lymphedema or poor limb disorder can cause a variety of signs and symptoms. These phenotypes are so various that almost every people will have limb disorder. For example, number 2, there is cellulitis, which is an inflammation, and there is also discoloration. This is an example of patients. He has discoloration around the eyeballs, but after I treat 2 days, his skin was very clear and very beautiful just in 2 days. And we reduced his body weight 2 kilograms in 2 days. I know that many ladies are interested in doing this. Lymph in the facial area must be evacuated into the neck so that this become urine. It must go back to the heart. Because of lymph nodes are swollen, therefore lymph flow usually is blocked for unknown reason. Therefore, we must do lymph migration, and that the medical issue will be clear. พระราชสุเมธาจารย์ he suffered from lymphedema for 42 years, even before he came to know หลวงพ่อชา but I treat him just 10 days. He cleared all the lymphedema. 42 years of suffering clear in 2 weeks. And he changed to vegan. The only monk in his monastery that changed to vegan. And he continued doing this treatment, and he reduced 16 kilograms of body weight. You see him, very slender. Many people suffer from inflammation of the legs, we call cellulitis. Medical practice usually cut and then watch the wounds. Watch until they believe that the germs or the bacteria are gone. But that is not true. This is caused by pork eating, but they are not taught in the medical school. This patient actually is a monk of Wat Thrammakaya. He suffered from acute cellulitis. He was about to be cut, but เจ้าภาพ brought him to me, so I treat him. And you see, this is the first day he visit our office, and then after 5 days, and then after 2 months, everything beautifully cured. No medicine, no cut, no surgery, no laser, no everything, only vegan food plus wrapping and cooling, ice cooling. However, unfortunately, after 2 years, he went back to eat pork again, so it recurred. Many monks also suffer from these conditions. So many in Thailand, I know. Another issue which is very important, the scrotal lymphedema. This is not monk, but it is ordinary person. I wrap and it becomes smaller, and then smaller. And then they talk to him that never eat animal products again, but he kept eating. So the outgrowth on the scrotal surface grows. I wrap again, it becomes very small, but he still keep eating again, so it becomes bigger and bigger. Bigger, bigger, larger, wider, and deeper, like this. You have seen this drawing? The drawer of this drawing is called Katsushika Hokusai. He also draw this realistic example of patients. Let me show some clips here.
Porta foi fechando e meu sapo ficou de fora. Ai meu Deus, que grande confusão. Eu fui pegar no saco, mas alguém passou a mão. Ai meu Deus, que grande confusão. Eu fui pegar o saco, mas alguém passou a mão. Eu fui pegar o saco, mas alguém passou a mão. Ah, rapaz, fica esperto, malandro. Olha o saco de fora. Sai pra lá, rapaz. Ai meu Deus, que grande confusão. Eu fui pegar no saco, mas alguém passou a mão. Ai meu Deus, que grande confusão. Eu fui pegar o saco, mas alguém passou a mão. Eu fui pegar.
They said that my time is up, but I know that you want to see more. So allow me to do my duty.
A porta foi fechada.
Many monks also suffer from itch. And then, after we treat, we found that lymphedema is in the lower extremities and in the ankles. we do MRI examination, we found that lymph nodes are very hugely enlarged. And after treatment for 5 days, it healed, but still some lymph oozing from the ankle. So we continue, we keep treating again, and finally it cured 100%. Another problem is the psoriasis. Many monks also suffer from this. We treat just in 2 months, everything disappears. These are things that we encourage to eat: rice, bean, sesame, vegetables, fruit, cereal, mushroom, pea, beans, legume, lentils, nuts, tofu, soy derivatives, bamboo shoot, potato, sweet potato, and corn. We are actually doctor of the future. Edison has been mentioning about this. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. And that is what we actually are doing here. That is slang to chicken, eggs, and beef. That is slang to cheesecake. Mahatma Gandhi mentioned about the essence of man, that I do feel that spiritual progress does demand something wrong. At some stage that we must cease to kill our creature for the bodily want. Albert Einstein also mentioned that nothing will benefit human health and increase the chance for survival of life on earth as much as the evolution to a vegetarian diet. The last clip.
We're living in a nation where there's growing condemnation of what is done to those who cannot talk. I was blind to all their pain, so I couldn't feel the shame in that broken piece of body on my fork. Then I wondered, could any child breed a bird that can't be wild, to eat its wings, take off its legs and its head? No. So we pay for hidden slaughter till we've addicted sons and daughters to our habit of eating the dead. And it's not so very long since who could see the wrong in breeding humans as slaves without pay? It can be a woman without a vote, or killing a leopard for its coat. Did we ever see the evil of the day? So do you think you're any better? Now the animals we fetter outnumber every human 10 to 1, and many children hardly eat because their food has fed your meat, while the blame for this shame you pass on. So give me avocados and I'll eat tofu burgers. You can even give me black bean curd, but please don't give me bread if it's wrapping the dead, the remains of the body of a bird. For every piece of flesh you buy, you're paying to breed the next to die. By compassion, no longer are we led. And for the cow, it's worse, I fear. They rod rape her every year, take every calf, take all her milk, until she's dead. This choice you say is your right, that you can eat just as you like, and it's merely an opinion that I voice. But your choice, it kills so many. This opinion kills not any. And your victims, you give them any choice. So there's more to avocados and eating tofu burgers than minimizing sickness and your girth. No less than Einstein did resolve, from eating flesh we must evolve. Or mankind, he said, may not survive on earth. The age in which we're living has ever more misgiving over what is done to those who cannot talk. Are you blind to all their pain? Can you not feel the shame in that broken piece of body on your fork? Will it?
Thank you for your attention. I think at the end of this meeting, I expect to see some people change to true vegan, especially Longpi Mobung. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the very useful information and inspires us to be a vegan. Yes. Oh, สาธุค่ะ Next, I would like to invite Drs. like Get Young, Secretary General of World Alliance of Buddhists, or WBA, to give us conclusions of Global Buddhist Forums.
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Your Holiness Mahasangha, Dhamma brothers and sisters. Indeed, the last time that all of us gathered here was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Dhammakaya Temple, where we convened the Global Peace Forum held on 9th of February 2020. Thereafter, because of the COVID global pandemic, everything comes to a standstill, except that Dhammakaya didn't stop. Yeah? The temple continues to engage the public through Zoom online programs and many meritorious activities which was broadcast live to millions of followers globally. It has been nearly 2 years since, and with the world borders opening up, it is good to be back to celebrate the 53rd anniversary of the Dhammakaya Temple with today's Global Buddhist Forum deliberating on the theme Mahakaruna and the future of Buddhist propagation. Today, we are indeed very fortunate to have heard the presentation from so many respectable and renowned speakers hailing from Thailand, India, Uzbekistan, Myanmar, and Taiwan, who share their views, knowledge, and ideologies with us. Our first renowned speakers, Most Venerable Sanghasena, who is the president of the Mahabodhi International Meditation Center in Ladakh, India, and also the honorary president of the World Alliance of Buddhists. He shares with us the importance of Mahakaruna, which is a day of cultivating the great compassion, to practice loving kindness and humanity, and to treat all human families as one. His vision is every one of us can do a part in the world peace process. Yeah? If every one of us put in a little bit of our good heart, yeah, the world will be a better place to live in. That is his vision. Yeah? Going beyond all kinds of boundaries of nationalities, religion, race, and colors, and opening the heart and embracing all. Am I right? Yeah. Next, His Eminence, Mr. Fakhridin Sultanov, from the Republic of Uzbekistan, and also the representative of the United Nations ESCAP, who shares his views on Buddhism in Central Asia. And it was indeed very heartening to find that in Central Asia itself, you have a rich history of Buddhism, where there are so many archaeology evidence been dug, and the findings of so many Buddhist treasures over there. So thank you very much for your presentation. Yeah, the transformations of Buddhism has been undergoing in the modern age, has inspired much research over the last decades.
The focus of attention has been the phenomenon known as Buddhist modernism, which is defined as a conscious attempt to adjust the Buddhist teachings and practices in conformity with the modern norms of rationality, practices, and science, and extensive usage of artificial intelligence, augmented intelligence, social media, and metaverse in the field of Buddhist propagation. So we thank His Holiness, Most Venerable Phra Kru Sanitwang Saniwong Wutiwangso for his knowledgeable presentation entitled Buddhist Propagation in AI. Next, the presentation by Most Venerable Wutichayo, who is the chairman of the IPS project, the International Program Scholarship, provides information to those who wish to undergo English courses for self-improvement, self-development, and also have the opportunity to study abroad. Furthermore, the IPS ordination program undertakes to engage us and develop potential Thai males into valuable human resources, persons with morality, ethics, and integrity for society and nation building. Now, Buddhist education is important to build an ethical and moral society, and is a pertinent part of propagation in Buddhism. So, thank you to Most Venerable Dr. Thammasila Biwamsa, Director of International Buddhist Pali University, Naypyidaw, Myanmar, for sharing your views and information. Next, hailing from Taiwan, the Republic of China, Venerable Ming Yu Su is the Deputy President of WAB, who shares her presentation on outstanding women in Buddhism, past, present, and future. Every year, on the International Women's Day, the OWBA, as it was known, undertakes to recognize and reward selected women in Buddhism. Now, this OWBA was founded by Bhikkhuni Ratanawali and Bhikkhuni Dr. Lee as part of the International Women's Movement, with the objective of celebrating acts of courage and determination by women in the history of Buddhism. Our last renowned speaker hails from Thailand. Now, Food for Peace is the presentation by Professor Dr. Vichai Ikataksin, who is the MD, PhD, and Director of Lymphology Institute of Thailand. The phrase, "You are what you eat," means that it is important to eat good food to be healthy and fit. Professor Dr. Vichai imparts his views and thoughts about the importance and benefits of eating vegetarian or vegan meals and diets in order to stay healthy as opposed to meat-based consumption. Last but not least, allow me to take this opportunity to thank the organizers, Wat Phra Dhammakaya, the World Alliance of Buddhists, MIMC, DOU, DCI, and all supporting organizations, all our honorable speakers, MCs, volunteers, and staff for organizing this wonderful and auspicious forum. With this, we conclude our Global Buddhist Forum 2023, and I sincerely hope that all our participants and audience have a beneficial and fruitful conference. Also wishing all of you a happy and meritorious Maka Pucha commemoration. Thank you very much. Sadhu.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lai Ket Yong, Secretary General of World Alliance of Buddhists, to give us a conclusion, very beautiful conclusions that everyone will impress, and we hope that this is one of the starting points for us to make a world peace in the future. At these times, the Venerable Dr. Ponchai Palawattammo, President of World Alliance of Buddhists, would like to give the auspicious gift to our honorable speakers. I would like to invite Most Venerable Anuruddha, Secretary General of World Buddhist Sangha Youth from Sri Lanka at this time. Okay. Okay. So, yes. Okay. So I would like to invite Most Venerable Sanghasena. Okay. We try to set up. Okay. Okay. Okay, I would like to invite Most Venerable Sanghasena and Mr. Fakhruddin Sultanov and Venerable พระครูสนิทวงศ์วุฒิวังโส Venerable วุฒิชัยวุฒิชโย and also Venerable Dr. Thammasila Piwamsa, Venerable Ming Yu, Professor Dr. Wanchai Ekataksins, and also Dr. and also Dr. Laiket Jones at this time. Okay. Okay, may I invite Most Venerables พระครูสนิทวงศ์อยู่ไหมคะ Next นะคะ Okay, the Venerables Thammasila Piwamsa at this time. And the Most Venerable Doctors, the Venerables Ming Yu at this time. And ท่านไหน Okay. And may I invite Professor Doctors Wanchai Ekataksins at this, Vichai. Oh, okay. Sorry ค่ะ Vichai Ekataksins ค่ะ And may I invite Dr. Laiket Jones at this time. And at these times, Mr. Fakhruddin Sultanov, Consul General's permanent representative of the Republic of Uzbekistan to UNSCAF, would like to give the gift to the patrons and coordinator of the programs. So may I invite, okay, may I invite Mr. Songchai Tanjurun Wanit at this time. And Miss Pinara Kajon Vatanas, please. Miss Sasina Lee from Taiwan. Sarina. And Miss Mithila Chowdhury from Bangladesh. โอเคค่ะ He wasn't here, so Mr. Yes. And Miss Rosawan Pawarek from Switzerland. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And next session is going to be the Mahakaruna Awards ceremonies. I would like to pass my duties to Venerable Ratana Thammo to be as an MC at this time.
กับคารวะ The most venerable ladies and gentlemen, on this auspicious occasion of International Mahakaruna Awards on the 5th of March 2023, the founder, president, and spiritual director, Mahapoti International Meditation Center, Lay Lecta, India, and the President World Alliance of Buddhists, WAB, Thailand, take immense pleasure in presenting the Mahakaruna Award 2023 to the following name in profound recognition of outstanding contribution to great leadership toward promotion of Mahakaruna, great compassion, and world peace, presented on the 5th of March 2566 Buddhist era, Thailand. Now, may I invite the Venerable Sanghasena to be our president to give the award. And now, please, ต้องให้นั่งเลยบนโต๊ะ Please sit on the table. May I announce the name list of awardees in the ceremony. The most venerable Patanta Thamana, the president of SBSS, the founder of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Memorial Public School, Karnataka, India. The most venerable Patanta Thamana from India is the president of SBSS, the founder of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Memorial Public School, Karnataka. It's a great time to take a photo. for the presenting the award to the most venerable Patanta Thamana. May we give the big pause to all of them. The most venerable Patanta Thamana. The second one, Venerable Bhikkhuni Dr. Mingyu Fasu, President of the Outstanding Female in Buddhist Award, OWBA, President of the Chinese Character Education Promotion Association, Deputy President of World Alliance of Buddhists, WAB, Taipei, Taiwan. Sadhu. Thank you very much. The next one. Now, the rest is lay people that support the Buddhists. Now, may I invite Miss Kosi P. Bag, representative of Lama Gangchen World Peace Foundation, United Nations. Okay. The next one, Dr. Nini A, Prorector, Admin, International Buddhist Pali University, Naypyidaw, Myanmar. Dr. Nini Ek, Prorector, Admin, International Buddhist Pali University, Naypyidaw, Myanmar. The next one, may I invite Miss Esther Sui, Hong Kong, China. Miss Esther Sui from Hong Kong. And the next one, Miss Selina Lee from Taiwan. Next one, may invite Miss Rosawan P. Warek, President of Lotus Foundation, Switzerland. The President of Lotus Foundation in Switzerland. Now may I invite Mr. Warit Charankan, the Mayor of Nong Seua Sub-District, Pathum Thani, Thailand. Yes, the Mayor of Nong Seua Sub-District, Pathum Thani. And the next one, may I invite Mr. Songchai Tang Charun Wanit, and the next one, Miss Pinnara Khajon Wattana. And the next one, Miss Panida Phang Tham, Director of Institutional Office, Julapon Graduate Institute, Thailand. then Miss Chuliwan Han Chaiwat Thailand and then Dr. Suchada Thongmalai Philosophy of Religion Faculty from เกษตรศาสตร์ University Thailand and the last one Mr. Panuwat Suryawattananon Deputy Director of Vijit Siksa School, Singburi, Thailand. And it's also his birthday today, the 5th of March. Happy birthday and congratulations, Mr. Panuwat. And may invite all awardees to have a group picture all together, please. And after this, we will have the international Sankirtana to all venerable together. So please stay in the place. Okay, smiling please. Smile, cheese. Today we got many media from all around the world come together and we will present throughout the world, not tomorrow, now, because now it's live. Someone take a chance to put on Zoom as a live. For now, please lower your mobile phone, please, so we will have a main camera at the back first. Thank you very much. Okay, it's very special memorial photo for today as the Mahakaruna and future of Buddhist propagation and the 53rd anniversary of Dhammakaya temple. This award will present our hard work for our Buddhists throughout our life. Thank you very much. Thank you, the most venerable Sanghasena, to be our president today. Thank you very much. And then next session will be international Sankirtana together. So please stay in. During this, we will adjust our stage a little bit to suitable for the Sankirtana. So please stay in. Please stay in, not move out, because we will have a Sankirtana together and we will offer all the basic needs to our venerable who participate today. So please stay in. The most venerable, please stay in, please. So we will have the Sankirtana for everyone, right? For every month. All Bante. Every Bante, please stay in. We have a Sankirtana offer for you. Please stay in, please. It's time for Bante. Please stay in, please. Thank you very much. All Bante, please stay in, please. We have the International Sankirtana for all of you, please. Thank you very much. Please stay a little bit longer. Before we leave, we would like to have some gift for you. It's the special gift because it's like a donation, but it's the contribution for all of you to participate in the ceremony today. And we also have the short video of Mahakaruna Day for all of you. So please just wait.
Okay, please, all Bante, please wait a little bit and lay people also. เดี๋ยวขอเชิญอย่าเพิ่งกลับนะครับก็จะเป็นพิธีถวายสังฆทานนานาชาติ The International Sankirtana offering because some of supporter he would like to offer some donation to all the Bante because it is very good time all Bante come from many countries such as Cambodia from Sri Lanka from Bangladesh from Taiwan from Myanmar and from Thailand so please now let the staff manage the state a little bit after that we will offer the
เสียงสวดเจริญพุทธมนต์สรรเสริญคุณแห่งพระรัตนตรัยเชื่อมต่อปีเก่าย่างเข้าสู่ปีพุทธศักราชใหม่ได้จุดดวงใจของพุทธบริษัททั้งภายในและต่างประเทศให้สว่างไสวในช่วงเวลาสำคัญนี้ทุกท่านได้สร้างความใสทรงความสุขแบ่งปันกระแสธรรมไปให้ถึงแก่ผู้คนทั่วโลกพร้อมส่งความรักความปรารถนาดีจากศูนย์กลางกายฐานที่7เชื่อมโยงความบริสุทธิ์จากผู้รู้ภายในอธิษฐานจิตให้ประชาชนทุกคนทั่วโลกรอดพ้นและปลอดภัยจากพยันตรายทั้งปวงและในช่วงเวลาของผู้มีใจใสสว่างได้เชื่อมต่อถึงกันณช่วงรอยต่อสำคัญคือเวลาสิ้นสุดปีเก่าย่างเข้าสู่ปีใหม่เสียงระฆังทองระฆังธรรมได้ดังขึ้น9 ครั้งเป็นสัญญาณว่าพุทธศักราชใหม่พุทธบริษัทจะได้ทุ่มใจสั่งสมบุญสร้างบารมีให้ทัพทวียิ่งกว่าเดิมในห้วงเวลาอันเป็นสิริได้ยังความปลื้มปิติให้บังเกิดแก่พุทธบริษัททั่วโลกด้วยไฮไลท์สุดพิเศษต้อนรับศักราชใหม่กับครั้งแรกของโลกด้วยการบินโดรน250 ตัวแปลอักษรสอนธรรมะกลางอากาศประกอบคำบรรยาย มิติใหม่ของการสอนธรรมะเพื่อการเข้าถึงพระธรรมกายภายในซึ่งเป็นมรดกธรรมอันล้ำค่าของพระมงคลเทพมุนีสดจันทสโรพระผู้ปราบมารพระธรรมกายเป็นกายแห่งการตรัสรู้ธรรมที่มีอยู่แล้วในตัวของมนุษย์ทุกคนไม่ว่าเชื้อชาติศาสนาหรือเผ่าพันธุ์ใดล้วนมีพระธรรมกายภายในตัวทั้งสิ้นและสามารถเข้าถึงได้ด้วยหยุดเป็นตัวสำเร็จ